Not Fred from Fender, I was just asking.
No. Well, yeah. Were you the guy that met Greg?
Yes,
That's what I thought. Okay.
That's epic.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The old one about poly versus Nitro.
Yeah.
Any total difference?
Definitely.
Definitely?
Yes.
Is it because of the materials or is it the thickness or?
Both.
Okay.
Poly encapsulates all of the wood so it doesn't breathe. With lacquer, it's a thinner finish. It kind of expands and contracts with all of the weather. It really lets all of the wood kind of do its thing. With the poly, in fact, in the 70s and the 80s, when they actually used all that stuff, they referred to it as a thick skin finish, and it was supposed to pop all the grain and give it like this furniture type of look. What they didn't think about is what it did to the sound. The poly kind of knocks all of the highs off and some of the lows, so you just get this really mid-rangey. It's almost like it doesn't have any life in it. You know, it's very
kind of like not using a buffer on the long run of the cable.
Yeah. Right.
So, but now with some of the thin skins, they're still using like the poly undercoat. Is that correct? No, it's not. It's actually just or there's no undercoat at all.
It depends on the year. For the 69s stuff and the 70s, we use a WLS undercoat, which is a urethane-based undercoat, but it's more period correct. In the late 60s and the 70s, they were using. It wasn't even polyester in the late 60s and the early 70s. It was a material called Omaclad, and also a material called Easy Buff, which was a poly base, but they were just using it for the undercoat with lacquer top. As the 70s went on, they just started using that for everything.
Okay.
I believe all of the vintage reissue stuff we do, the 50s, the 60s, the early 60s stuff, is straight lacquer. The regular line stuff, I believe they're 50s and 60s, the vintage reissue stuff has a W on the center, but a lacquer.
The difference between a guitar you build, which runs $5,000 to $8,000, versus a standard American, which is about $1,500 here, is most of that difference in price because of large materials or tile?
All of the
Okay.
attention. It's basically the attention to detail. You're paying for a higher quality product that we really take 100% of our time, and depending on what it is, it can get very far away from a standard Fender. So you're able to order exactly what you want and have it built exactly the way you actually want it, as opposed to a regular production piece. You're kind of stuck with whatever the store has.
What do you play at home? Your own guitar that you build? Is that your favorite?
I play bass.
Okay.
But I used to play. I've always played Fenders. I've tried other brands, and I've owned other brands, Gibsons, G&L's, music bands, and I can always go back to a Fender piece. Always. Yeah, it's always always what I call home. You know, it's that one that always feels right, it's comfortable, I can play it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.